What's up, everybody? It's your boy Alexis Maurice, and I just got through watching season 8, episode 9 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shade for days, y'all. So go ahead and pour yourself a glass of wine, put on some lipstick, pull up a chair, because we got a lot to discuss about tonight's episode. While I take my first sip, go ahead and like this video, share it on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all of that good stuff, because you know I'm trying to come up. Cheers. And Happy New Year to you guys as well. So tonight's episode basically opens with Shamea. Child, Shamea done called Kandi. Listen, Kandi, I need to talk to you. I'm coming over to the Kandi factory. Nah, it ain't even been 24 hours and Shamea done took her ass on over to the Kandi factory to clear her name, girl. Shamea, I don't blame you, girl. Let me go on over here. Go ahead and talk to Kandi. Let her know, Kandi, look, I ain't got nothing to do with this mess between you, Phaedra, and Porsha, and Don Juan. Listen, girl, I was just standing outside. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You my friend, Porsha my friend. Whatever y'all got going on, I want no parts of it, honey. So she came over to Kandi, and she came to tell her side of the story. You know, what had happened was, but y'all, Team Kandi was there. Don Juan was on post, girl. Karma was on post, girl, because they got to listen to this mess that you got going on. But Don Juan was there. He was there to tell her what had really happened was this. Don Juan, you was kind of, you know, insulting Kandi. You was insulting Porsha, but Shamea had to let you know, could you please not insult my friend, because I'm not going to sit here and I don't insult Kandi in front of you. I wasn't insulting Kandi, so let's keep it cute, Don Juan. But Kandi was like, that's all right. I'll talk to her myself. Now, Kandi, you did go talk to not only Porsha, but you went and talked to Cynthia and Peter. You went and talked to Kenya. You went and talked to everybody who would listen about this whole thing. And girl, everybody on Twitter was talking about you was gossiping. You was carrying news. Let me serve all y'all asses notice right now. Kandi was not gossiping. Kandi was just having a discussion about somebody having a discussion about her husband and their business and his money and all kind of stuff like that. Kandi wasn't gossiping. When Phaedra and Porsha and Shamea was standing out there talking about all of that stuff, which I actually went back and looked at it again, and it wasn't as bad as Don Juan made it seem, but Don Juan's intentions were pure. Don Juan ain't finna let nobody talk about his friend / boss like that. His whole defense was, it was other people around. Everybody heard it. Shamea, it was them, was basically saying, well, if it wasn't for Don Juan blasting off at the mouth and making a scene, nobody would have heard anything. But Porsha went back and told, Kandi went back and told everybody. And like I said, Kandi wasn't gossiping. She was just having a discussion about what was said about her husband. So fast forward, Phaedra and Todd finally decided to sit their ass down. Todd went on over to Phaedra Parks Esquire Incorporated, or whatever business she got going on over there across town. They sat down like two mature adults and they had a conversation about what's going on. Come to find out, it appears it was just like a big misunderstanding. We agreed to do this video. Phaedra lied and said she didn't see the finished product when Carlos and them, the production team, actually showed them that she actually did see it. Phaedra, girl, you got to stop all of this fakery, girl, just trying to uphold your image. If money ain't a problem, girl, go ahead and write Todd that check. But they sat down, they had a discussion. They were supposed to pay the $25,000 in 3 payments. She made the first 2 payments or whatever, and the last payment is contingent upon this picture, so we find out that Phaedra was supposed to give Todd. But that was 2 years ago, Todd. Why you wait till now to try to collect, you know, this picture that you just could have sent her a text message, hey Phaedra, go ahead and send me that picture so we can go ahead and finish this product. But Apollo went to jail, but she had to get adjusted to the whole life without Apollo being there, all that drama. So listen, Phaedra, give Todd the picture. Go ahead and get this video finished. Pay him this last $8,000, girl. Go ahead and sell that video and let's make this money. The both of y'all can go ahead and make this money, girl. But now that y'all done squashed it and y'all done came to an agreement, everybody else ain't know that y'all still got drama going on. So we go to Cynthia Bailey's Shades appreciation party, girl, when she was giving everybody 50% off them beautiful shades. I gotta get me a pair. Cynthia, girl, Why is the drama always jumping off at your events? I tell you this, the next 5 times that you have an event, girl, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there with my camera. I'm going to be like, world star, world star. Yes, girl, I'm going to be there because I want to see all of this stuff that's always jumping off and popping off at your event. So Porsha comes in, girl. Kandi is there. Don Juan is there. Karma is there. Shamea is there. So now, you know, Porsha said, well, can we have this conversation? Let's me and you have this conversation. So they walk off. Don Juan and Karma said, wait a minute. Let's go on over there because I don't want her over there by herself. And I can't say that I blame Don Juan and Karma for going over there with them because Kandi is pregnant. She don't need to get herself upset. She don't need to get her blood pressure elevated and all kind of stuff with some he said, she said foolishness. So we got 2 people we got Don Juan who was there. We got Shamea who was there. We got Karma here just for support or whatever. And we got Porsha. Let's go ahead and have this conversation. We can remove Karma from the situation. Let Don Juan and Shamea be there so both of them can verify what each other has said. I don't blame him for wanting to be in the conversation. Let's go ahead and duke all this stuff out. You know, Don Juan also apologized to Porsha about it, that half-ass apology and a half-ass reception to the apology too. That was fake. But, you know, it just turned real ugly because Porsha wanted to have a one-on-one conversation with Kandi. Now, I'm not against the one-on-one conversation, but my thing is, Porsha, you didn't have a one-on-one conversation when you were talking to Phaedra and Shamea about the whole situation. So why not all of a sudden, when somebody is here to verify what you said so you won't get shit twisted, you won't get it twisted, you don't want to have that conversation. So Porsha does what she always does. She walks off. She mad. Shamea go run after her. Girl, well, tell me what's going on. Why are you so upset? Because they ass is ratchet. I'm trying to have a conversation with, and in walks Karma. Karma come in and was like, oh, but you can go around and talk to everybody else, but you can't talk to us. And Porsha does what she does. She walks off, which I'm glad that she did because she probably would have got Valen again. So then we fast forward some more. So Porsha and Kandi finally have the one-on-one conversation that Porsha was wanting to have with Kandi, talking about, you know, Kandi was like, you always believe everything Porsha say. Don't be falling into the hype or whatever. Porsha was like, well, Phaedra needs me more than you need me or whatever. And then Kandi was like, no, she don't. She just wants a pity party. She just want everybody to feel sorry for her. She just want to hold on to her image. Ain't nobody got time for that foolishness, Porsha, or whatever. Don't fall into the hype. She being wanted Apollo gone before all of this stuff had happened in the first place. Now, this is my thought. I really feel that there's a lot more going on with this situation than what everyone is letting the cameras believe. Now, everybody already think that Phaedra already knew what was going on with Apollo, but she tried to appear like she know, you know, to save her image so she won't go to jail. So them boys won't be without both parents, child. But to me, it just seems like Kandi is really holding back some information from making it, you know, onto television, which I applaud her for, because you can just look at Kandi and be like, she want to say so much, but she don't want to say it because that's privileged information from when me and her was down like that or whatever. That's just how I feel. It just feels like there's something more going on. But I guess Porsha and Kandi kind of squashed their beef. I don't think so. To me, it was just like an agree to disagree or whatever. You know, Kandi did say, I understand where Porsha is coming from, you know, being supportive and things of that nature. But this whole situation just blew out of proportion very, very quickly. Porsha, you looked very pretty going to the Emmy Awards, girl. You know, I'm trying to do this thing where I'm not trying to talk negative about you. You know, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf in 2016. But you had looked real pretty going to the Emmy Awards. I can see that there's some tension between you and your sister Lauren. And I guess next episode, we're going to see that a little bit. I don't know if it's because you were a little offended or upset that your sister, whom, you know, you're very close with, didn't tell you that she was pregnant. But of course, Lauren is going on maternity leave. And to me, Lauren just looks like she's checked out. Like, Bitch, I got bigger stuff to worry about. I got this baby that's in my stomach, girl. I'm going to be responsible for this child for the next 18 plus years of their life. I ain't got time to be running around town with you, not knowing what an underground railroad is and all kind of stuff like that. So it just seems like Lauren is like checked out, and I can't say that I blame Lauren. Porsha is expecting Lauren to find her replacement, so I guess Lauren is going to make a recommendation. But Porsha, at the end of the day, you the one that need to find a replacement because you need to find somebody who you're comfortable with working with. That's all I'm saying about the whole situation. But Porsha, you look very, very pretty. So Kenya, on this particular episode, we got a little bit more insight into Kenya family situation, and going into next week, we're going to learn more and more. Because I was just wondering, like, we've always heard about her mom not talking to her or don't really want to build a relationship with her. But girl, Kenya going to knock on the mama door next week. Child, I can't wait to see this episode. But you know, she brought her father into town, and her father, you know, they got to spend some time together. He kind of let her know how he was feeling about things, and she let him know how he was feeling about things. And it looks like there was some mending. This was actually a real storyline, I guess you can say, for Kenya, because she's really letting the world into some real personal family issues, and it may explain why the way that she actually is. So I'm looking forward to learning more about, you know, this authentic Kenya, and hopefully by the end of this season, she'll be dating somebody. That's this week's episode. It was good. Look forward to next week's episode. Bye, y'all. Talk to you later.